How's it going, everyone? I'm back again with the second in my controversial prospect series. This time we're going to be focusing on the one and the only Tim Tebow. He's definitely a divisive prospect that a lot of people love, a lot of people hate. Either way, there's a lot of discussion about what he's going to do in the NFL. So we're going to be taking a look at some of his tape from the Senior Bowl, which was this past week. I'll also be doing another video about the Senior Bowl in general, but I want to put this one up first because a lot of people had asked me about it, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it because I'm not sure if I can bring anything new to the table. A lot of stuff has been said about Tim Tebow, but I want to give my piece, tell you what I think, really what I've seen this season, because my last quarterbacks video was from July, so that's before we even saw him this season, what I saw in the Senior Bowl, and then what I've heard from other people about what his draft stock is going to be. So let's take a look at the tape from the Senior Bowl. We'll take a look at all his passing plays, every single one, and we'll see what he ends up doing and if I think he will be successful in the NFL. So let's do it. Here's Tim Tebow. He started for the South in the Senior Bowl, and a lot of times the practices for the Senior Bowl are more important than the game. I'll talk about those a little bit later, but let's look at the first play he has. It's a little screen pass here. But he was getting hit all day. The South offensive line was not very good in the Senior Bowl, and the North defensive line was excellent. So he was getting pressured, which is good to see. He did have a couple shotgun passes like this one, and let's take a look at his windup here. His delivery is one of the things that people criticize. You see, when he comes in, he'll hold the ball a little bit lower. It's something he improved every week in practice, something they changed. That was one thing people liked, is that in practice this week he improved every day. Not always great, but he improved every day. Right here, he gets hit in the pocket, he gets the ball there, but it's not very tight. It's not very tight. And that becomes a big issue. And we'll see that with a couple passes, that he just doesn't throw, he doesn't have the arm strength to throw a tight ball mid-range. He has good deep accuracy, but can't really throw a tight ball. Let's take a look at his footwork here. Pass under center. It's pretty good. He doesn't get that ball there in time. You see his step that he takes forward just wasn't very hard. He didn't plant very hard right here, and that caused the ball to float a little bit. That, along with his arm strength, just didn't get the ball far enough. That's one of the big issues with Tim Tebow. Here's one. He has a pretty good pass right here. He gets it right in stride. Good timing route. He went through his progressions. One of the few passes in this game that looked good for Tebow. So he had a couple of those. Here, he just kind of flicked it out. Another one good that he went through his progressions. He didn't have very good footwork. One of the reasons why the ball didn't get there. Colin P could have had that catch, though. And one of the things that scouts and coaches both like is his ability to be a leader. And we've heard of that time and time again. But the fact of the matter is, he's won 2 national championships. He's one of the most successful college football players in the history of the game. And you can't really teach that. And that's why when we see quarterbacks like Jeff Garcia and Kerry Collins that do good things, people wonder, can Tim Tebow be that for a team? And that's what we see that teams like about him. So let's take a look at this next play here. He's under shotgun, something that we didn't want to see too much of. And he doesn't go through his progressions. He tries to take off, and you can't do that in the NFL. You see this NFL level talent catches up to him. And that's something he could do in college. Not going to be able to do that much in the NFL unless it's out of a wildcat formation, which didn't work too much this year for most teams. Under center, Tim Tebow, he goes back. You see those feet. But it is a good executed screen pass. Even though his footwork isn't great, you don't need it on that type of pass. If there was some blocking there, it could have been a big play. Here's Tebow in shotgun again. You see he kind of floats that one up, but that was a good timing route. If he would have been under center, I would have liked what he could have done with that pass, but it was a pretty good timing route. Let's take a look at his windup a little bit more on this play. How does he release the ball? Here's why you have some problems with it. You know, you can see how he's trying to fix it. He's trying to keep it up there, but it has him guiding in the ball. That's him trying to change the way that he releases the ball. He didn't bring that ball down because he felt more comfortable in shotgun. That he didn't revert back to his old muscle memory, and he's trying to fix that, but it's still not there. Still not there. So another play from under shotgun, that's a good pass. That's what he's comfortable with. There are some NFL teams that are moving to shotgun systems, like San Francisco with Alex Smith. We've seen him be successful in that. Maybe one of those type of teams take him here. A little low snap, he gets it. It's a good timing route. Just takes it, a couple steps, hits his first progression, doesn't have to worry about it. Here's another one. He's looking around. He makes room with his legs. That's what people like. His upside probably is someone like Ben Roethlisberger who can do that, but Ben Roethlisberger can make those passes. Can Tim Tebow make those passes? No one really knows. You see his wind-up there. He tips defenders off. NFL corners are going to jump that route. They're going to see him start that wind-up, and they're going to know that this is coming out. That has to be fixed. That has to be quicker. That has to be more powerful, or Tim Tebow won't be an NFL quarterback. There's another play from under center within his own 10. Fair play action fake. He ends up fumbling the ball, though, because when he releases the ball, it's so low to the ground. He's not clutching at it. It's really right out there for any team to take, for any defender to knock out. You can't do that. We saw that with Sean Canfield as well in the Senior Bowl. So when you have that type of release that isn't NFL ready, and you get a defensive tackle in there, imagine what Ndamukong Suh is going to do against him. I mean, if he was in this game, it would have been nuts. Let's see here. Tebow, take it from under center. Good solid pass, Jimmy Graham. One of the last ones in his game. And there's a good out pass. He got it there. Another one of those throws is probably more NFL-like. But his last play here, he's going to end up running once again. He's not able to go anywhere because he's facing stronger, faster defenders, especially with a lot of 3-4 schemes and players now that are quicker. They're going to catch him. He's not going to be able to just bowl people over. They're going to get him by his legs. He's going to go down. So Tim Tebow, there he is. There you have it. There's Tim Tebow in all his glory. Let's take a look at the positives from the game and from him as a prospect. All right, so Tim Tebow's strengths. Number 1, leadership. Show that in practice. We know he's a good leader, wins games. Second, coachability. He improved every week at the Senior Bowl. You can coach him up. Teams want to do that. 3, he's won at every level. He's won national championships. He wins games. He rallies his teammates around him. And 4 is flexibility. He's not only going to play quarterback. If he fails there, he can play something else. Teams like that. Next are his weaknesses. First, we have his delivery. We know that he needs to fix that. He can't wind up the ball from down near his hip. Second, he hasn't taken snaps from under center. He's been in a shotgun system, a spread offense. He's fumbled a lot of snaps early on in the Senior Bowl week. Can he do this? Can he do that at the next level? 3, the zip on his balls. He doesn't have those quick, on-a-rope type of passes. And 4, can he go through the right progressions? So where do we go from here? Big question is, where is Tim Tebow going to get drafted? That's the question on everyone's mind. Personally, I think he's still going to go in the second round. Maybe a team like Jacksonville trades back into there. Maybe a team like New England uses one of their 3 second-round picks to take him. And I think he's still a pretty good prospect. I hope he goes in the first or second round because I don't want to hear 3 days with the new draft process of where's Tim Tebow going to go? What team's going to take him? So I'm hoping he goes early on. I think some team's going to still like him. We still have the interview process to go. We still have the combine where he can come in about a month, show improvement on his weaknesses. If that happens, sky's the limit for him. Personally, in my rankings, I'm still going to have him above some better pure passers than him because I think if he fails, he is willing to play other positions. He said he'll move to tight end or H-back, whatever a team needs. And that's why a team might take him, because the GM can think, okay, he doesn't work out at QB, we have a good locker room guy who can come in and contribute to our team. Whereas if you take another quarterback and he fails, he's out of the league. There's nothing you can do about it. So I'm still looking for Tim Tebow to go pretty early in the draft. I think if a team is confident that they have the quarterback coaches, which let me tell you, most teams are confident that we can coach this guy up and he's going to be awesome because we have the coaches to do it, then they're going to take him early because they think they can make him into a stud. And that's his upside. That's the big issue. He still has high upside and high potential. So that's it for now. I'll be putting up a video about this whole Senior Bowl, risers, fallers, all of that, sometime this week or next week. So be on the lookout for that. Once again, if you like it, comment, rate it, subscribe to me, and share me what you want to see, and maybe we can get that up. I know a couple people have shared some prospects they want to see. Those will be coming, guys. No worries. Thanks. I'll see you.
Macho man, yeah. I've got to be a macho. All right.